So in this tutorial, we're gonna create a method through which we can send a message publicly. So here I'm creating a reference for the input field. Input field is where you are going to enter your message. So we need the reference for that. So I'm creating a reference for the input field. So the first logic is that if we have typed a message, for example, if we haven't typed a message and we're just pressing the send button, it should not send empty message. So a message must be sent if we have typed something. So we're just checking if our input field contains some message, then only send a message. And if that's true and it holds something, then what we need to do, we need to publish a message and on the dedicated channel we have subscribed to, and then we need to pass our message, and then after passing the message we need to clear our input field text so the text doesn't appear there. Now on get messages is the callback, where we are going to receive the message and messages are going to be displayed. So here I'm getting again a reference for a text. A text is it. This is basically the text where our message is going to be displayed. Before there was an input field where we'll type our message, but now the display chat is basically the text where our message, the message that we had typed, is going to display it on our side as well as on the sides of other users as well. So what we're doing over here, we are iterating through all the users. For example, if user A has sent message, for example, user A will only send message if the input field is not equal to null. Okay, so if it's not equal to null, then the message of the user A must be displayed on the display chat of every user. And here I'm passing these two input field, and then I'm assigning the function to the button. Okay, the callbacks are here. Let's type a message and check if it's working or not. Hi, how are you? Now click send. Oh, it's working. Great. Ah, but my previous messages are disappearing. What's the reason for that? Can you figure it out? What's the reason for that? Let's see. The reason is that we are displaying the message, but we haven't put a plus sign over there. So you need to put a plus sign so that it also contains your previous messages along with the new message. And then in the update function, we, for example, if we just not by pressing or hitting on the send button, we can also send the message by pressing the enter key. So this function is just these lines are going to be called in the update function. For example, the user press the enter key, and then the message should also be sent. So let's test it again. It's working. Now the second message. Great. So I can see my previous messages now. but there is something that I found that the name of the sender must be like, it must be bold, and there must be difference in the color, so we can differentiate between the message and the name of the sender. We can either, there are many ways you can do that. You can change the color of the name of the sender, you can make it bold, so it totally depends upon you how you want to see the name of the sender. So what I'm doing over here, I'm just changing the color of the name of the sender. This is how you can change the color of the name of the sender, or just inside the string you can change a part of the string. Let's test it again. Now, what did you do? The name of the sender must be in the color red, as I have said, the red color. Morning. Oh, look, the test user is red, but the morning is black. And now this is for making the it no, this B is for making my text bold, the name of the sender bold. Okay, look, it's good, working fine, perfectly. Test user is bold and everything is also correct. So that's all for this video. See you next.